welcome, friends. We're going to expand a little bit further here in channel messages, and we're going to speak about seed energy because this is one of the biggest messages of right now, and to understand that everything we are experiencing, none of it is a waste. We're all going to use it to get to where we're going. And the creation of the story of life and healing with our consciousness and applying the force here needed to heal the world, needed to heal ourselves, needed to come together in unity and love with peace, compassion, kindness, tolerance, upliftment. And one of the biggest messages coming through right now is, the message of eggs at this time. Now, yes, we enjoy chocolate delicacies now, which many of us are expanding from, overindulgence, healing with our solar plexus, and still keeping it in balance that, a treat every now and then makes us happy. And, that's okay. We can heal with this and what this means for us. I know that I only consume now, 100% all natural vegan chocolate and, high in cacao, because that's very good for our pineal gland. Speaking of seed energy and working with my pineal glands, I consume some of that every day, but I just keep it in balance. It's not a huge amount. And when I do enjoy a treat, I remember it's a treat because I'm working with my solar plexus. We're working with our solar plexus here. Now, seed energy, this is life. This is life here. And seed energy is very powerful. If you look into healing with your internal organs, healing with your liver, for example, seed energy is very potent and powerful, and honoring this within creation and understanding that these seeds will expand and grow into life even further. And, this got me into thinking about Easter time and, these decorations here, right? Many of us, I know we've colored eggs, and not being called to do that any longer, to understand that this is part of life, okay? These eggs, they're part of life and to be respected, and feeling called not to color them and just play with them for entertainment, to honor the egg and what the egg means, to honor life and what life means. And this is how we're expanding our celebrations. This is how we are in the creation of the new. This isn't being a starseed twin flame. We learn how to create with our patterns of symbiosis here and heal from being a consumer and a virus, and not playing with life just for our personal gain or selfishness, to really respect the life here that we're creating with, and feeling called to do that this year. And what this is about, we know, is the cup. We've been in the creation of the Two of Cups when we met up for part 1, Easter in the Chalice. We're expanding with the cups right now. We're doing alchemy of the cups. And I want to say, too, this is the first time, like every 3 decades, I was going to say this is the first time in my life, but in every 3 decades, there's a celebration of Easter, Passover, and Ramadan all at the same time, okay? And this is how we can come together and heal to, building unity through where we feel separate. We can come together as one. Now, I'm speaking about Easter today because this is something that I've celebrated within my life, but also honoring too that other people are celebrating these traditions and these times of year, but we're expanding off of what they mean. Many of us are not sacrificing life anymore for our celebrations because we don't feel called to. And, if life has been sacrificed, that life needs to be honored in a proper way. But this is about the repairing of that. We're amping up the building of life here because it's been torn down at such an imbalanced rate. And that's part of this, what this artificial hack of this artificial matrix has created. And we're healing from that. And we're evolving humanity. This is about the evolution of humanity, and we're in a time of resurrection. Resurrection, this is the time that we're in, and this is connected to this celebration. And in part one, we were speaking about, a beautiful story that I had seen on a documentary of how Jesus was made to look like he was dead, but was kept alive with herbs and then brought back to life even further with herbal medicine. And herbal medicine is going to tie in today to today's message because it's part of the message. I've been called to expand with this oracle here in part 3. And we know that this is what was activated here with this super pink full moon in Libra. It's called the pink moon because of the beautiful pink flora and just the flora that is being grown within this time of year. There's so many connections, and we're putting all the connections together to get all the pieces of the whole and expand with our multidimensionality. And this is part of our evolution. We're expanding with the masculine and feminine inner child and the creator within the center point. And we're birthing a whole new person that's connected to our inner authenticity from within to without. And this is how we're going to amp up the building of the golden ages, because we're doing this through self. And this has to do with healing from ego and expanding with spirit and understanding what the definition of ego means and how we're going to expand that from I to we, but also honoring the I in we in a healthy way. Guys, that sounded really funny. Okay. And how we're doing this is through introspection. We're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. This is where we're doing it. And the inner child healing, double helix activations here. We're working with Pisces. That's very key in this part of the transformation. And we're healing with lunacy. We've gone mad to find our great genius, okay? And the scarab beetle is lit. Scarab beetle spirit, we know, is honoring using our toxicity to get as fuel to get to where we're going. And literally, the scarab beetle teaches us to move our dung, our shit out of the way, or use it to get us to where we're going, right? And this is part of our truths. We're activating with truths because, as we also spoke about in part 1, humanity's origin story has been kept from us. And many of us are expanding with what this means here. And as we're working with the cups here, we're healing with our sacral chakra. And the Queen of Cups is going to help us out with this. We're going to speak about this as we expand within channel messages here. And it's part of building our 10 of Cups. And our 10 of Cups is connected to alchemy, of course, of the cups and truth and going home. And this tree, the sacred tree of life. As we expand with the Queen of Cups, water, the power of water, and reflections, the reflections of life. With our 10 of Discs, our legacy, as we expand with structure and the masculine here and heal from tyranny. We're not tearing this down anymore. We're building this up, and that's why we're untwisting it with force. We're healing from aggression, and where we are feeling forced and we manipulate the energy in an unnatural way that causes imbalance and sickness. We're healing from that. So we're doing alchemy of the cups. And we've been in the creation of our 2 of Cups. This is healing with our sacral chakra. And now we're working with our root. Temperance is here. And this is connected to this. Sorry about the glare on the cards here. Okay, guys. Our resurrection with Sagittarius. We know temperance is connected to Sagittarius and alchemy. We're in alchemy here with the fire and the water, the mother and the father. the lion and our strength and spirit and our bird's eye view. And this is connection to the phoenix rising from the ashes. We have the spider web here to symbolize, you know, the weaving of life, the web of life, how we're all connected and how our patterns help us to achieve our abundance here. And we're changing what our abundance means. Abundance in New Earth is not the same as the old. So we're once again healing with our sacral chakra. Here is the cups. The cup. And we know the devil is offering this cup, but we know the trick of this cup is we've been tricked into offering ourselves this cup. So remember, we're going to switch and we're going to work with the root. And this is part of temperance here, okay? And this fits into now healing with from the Four of Cups in the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is connected to our solar plexus. The Four of Cups is connected to our heart chakra. And what we're doing here is we're expanding with the cup. And we're expanding with what's in the cup. We are getting well here. And this has to do with patterning and literally for many of us, what's in the cup? What are we addicted to that's creating unbalance within our lives and sickness? And this can be many things. This can be food. This can be alcohol. This can be drugs. This can be sex, people, places, things. Anything that we're obsessed with that's out of balance. Okay, we're healing with our impulses. We're healing with stimulus. So in order to do that, we need to expand with our Nine of Coins, the Nine of Wands. And look, this is where we're accessing all of the chakras. We have a connection to the Earth Star, the root, the sacral, and our solar plexus. Okay, the orange being our sacral, the red we know being our root, the yellow being our solar, and the black within this card, our connection to the Earth Star. And this is putting us in manifestation mode with our sacral chakra. And this is healing with our hearts now and the star. And we found out last time we met up, the star and healing with the star is the creation of the two fish meeting up. And this is where we heal from our Four of Cups. Our separation by picking this cup. This cup is the right cup. This cup is connected to us. We're honoring what we are disconnected from, and we are all, connections that are not for our greatest good. And we're also honoring what we are connected to and connections that are for our greatest good, and seeing that everything is still part of the whole. And we're working with the Emperor, and this is working with our truths and healing from force, healing from where we've manipulated force. And Aries season, and we are talking about today how Aries, Pisces, and Libra are all working together right now. We're all part of the whole, but we're laser focusing on these three signs from the zodiac. And here's Pisces. Here's our third eye activation where it happens, and then we expand it with our crown. And this is connected to the Ace of Cups as well as these two cups here that we are in the creation of with our love. And we're seeing this very clearly. And guys, has this been ever amped up in my universe? Am I ever seeing this very clearly? And what this means? This is part of our third eye activation that the King and Queen of Cups is helping us to achieve here, healing with our sacral chakra, crown chakra activations. But it's happening with the heart and the throat. But really, guys, there's a connection to all of them right now. This is working with our untapped energy, our pain body activation with, furthermore, with our light body. Now here is where Libra comes into play. We have justice. So we have Aries, Pisces, and now Libra. We got justice, message of justice 3 times last time we met up. And Aries season is now going to activate Taurus season, and the Hierophant is here. And we're going to be expanding with what the Hierophant has to say for us, what the Hierophant means, okay? This is accessing the 13 spheres of knowledge, the feminine, the matter, and expanding it with the energy, the masculine, and then sharing it, guys. We're sharing it. We're connected here. We're connected here through energy, force. And this has to do with the activations within, with our solar plexus, sacral chakra. We've seen the light within, and it's connected to this. And it's connected to which cup we want to be drinking from over here. Okay? This is part of our resurrection and our evolution. And what we're seeing here is how to heal with force. And remember, we're going to expand through the earth with the 9 of coins. And this is connected to the building of our divine inheritance. The manifestations of this mission work, what we came here to create. And this has to do with inner child healing and the feminine. And remember, to heal with the feminine, we honor the masculine. That's why we're healing with force. And to heal with the masculine, we honor the feminine. We untwist it. And what we're doing right now is we're in the creation of peace. When they're in the creation of peace, with peace within the sacral chakra. But look, now we've added the sun. We've added the swords. Healing from this artificial hack, of this artificial matrix within the element of air. So we expand as we heal with force. And this is the 2 of Pentacles. Now we shift with the earth. We have father and daughter working together to help us heal with force and shift through the earth. We understand what we're doing here. We understand how to heal with the masculine. We've honored within. And we honored within by listening to our inner child. By listening to how to nurture ourselves with the Princess of Cups. And honoring the feminine. Honoring time for rest, rejuvenation, and intimacy. And this is allowing us to heal from greed. To shift through the earth and heal from greed and patterns connected to overindulgence. Okay, because we need to heal with our heart. We need to heal from our heart and where we feel separate. And how we're doing this is by honoring that this patterning has been created here. Look, we can take or we can give, but we're in the flow. We're giving to take and taking to give. Like, we're in the flow here. There's a balance here that's being honored. And we're doing this through the connection to new patterning. Look, within the 3 of Coins here, all these women are going to take a turn creating new patterning. And it has to do with the 3 of Cups. Remember, this has to do with our solar plexus and knowing which connections we are creating with. Are we creating with patterns that are lower vibrational, or we're in lack of, in the negative? Or are we becoming the positive charge and are we creating higher vibe patterns of connection to heal from separateness and understanding this is part of the whole? And this is allowing us to heal with our pain and to expand through the earth. This is the building of the new world. All right, guys, let's head on over let's get some music started and lay out our crystals and head on over to our next part of this expansion. I love you all. I will see you there.